became New Mexico's largest construction employer, and it was an American dream come true, but it had to do first and foremost with just being a contrarian, doing things differently, showing up on time, doing what you said you'd do for people, doing a little bit more than what you said you'd do for people. I was at the Libertarian State Convention in Florida a couple of months ago, and I went to the state fair, and I manned the Libertarian booth there at the state fair, and I bought a Libertarian t-shirt to wear behind the booth. In my entire life, I have never worn a Republican t-shirt. And the reason is that there is a Republican dogma that, in my opinion, is indefensible, and I have never defended that Republican dogma. So here it is. We're here in this race. I think libertarians have an incredible opportunity. I think that the Libertarian nominee for president will be the only candidate that talks about gay rights and gun rights in the same sentence. I think the Libertarian nominee is going to be the only candidate talking about slashing welfare spending and slashing warfare spending. So, the majority of Americans, where do they fall? I think they fall in the category, and I'm speaking with a broad brush now, but I'm speaking with a broad brush on what I think are libertarians, and that's the notion of being fiscally conservative and socially liberal. And when I say socially liberal, I mean keep government out of our lives. Let decisions that only you and I should make with you and I. I was really proud of the fact that about 2 months ago, the ACLU issued a report card on all of the presidential candidates. And you know what, this was always my take, whether you agreed with the ACLU or didn't agree with the ACLU, I just thought they were right. A group dedicated to the Constitution, a group dedicated to the first 10 amendments of the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, a group dedicated to civil liberties. Well, this is the difference in this campaign, and the difference is that a perfect score in this ACLU report was 24 liberty torches. Rick Santorum and Mitt Romney had 0. Newt Gingrich had 4 liberty torches. President Obama had 16 liberty torches. Ron Paul had 18 liberty torches, and Gary Johnson had 21 liberty torches. So libertarians stand up for civil liberties. It's just a fact. But there's the civil liberties side of it, and then there's the checkbook side of this. Obama can't balance a checkbook. And Rick Santorum is like a libertarian dream if he's nominated. But keep in mind that he got the same score as Mitt Romney, so Mitt Romney is just kind of silent on what Rick Santorum basically wears on his sleeve. But the balance needs to be there. Civil liberties and then balancing the checkbook. So as President of the United States, I'm making 3 promises. I'm promising to submit a balanced budget to Congress in the year 2013. That's a $1.4 trillion reduction in federal spending. And I say that because if we don't do that, I think this country is going to collapse, that it's going to be a monetary collapse, and it's not going to be pretty. That's the problem that we have. The solution is something that is very accomplishable, but we need to do it, and we need to do it now. I'm also promising to veto any legislation where expenses exceed revenue. And if I didn't mention to you, I have no aversion to vetoing legislation. This may be an embellishment, okay? But I'm waiting for somebody to prove me wrong. I'm just waiting. I may have vetoed more legislation as governor of New Mexico than the other 49 governors in the country combined. I vetoed 750 bills, thousands of line items. It was about saying no to spending, and it was about saying no to laws that really, very simply, were just going to add time and money to everything it is that we were doing. So the pie-in-the-sky scenario, I would not be doing this if I didn't think there was a possibility here to actually win. And here's the win scenario, okay? Is the Libertarian nominee for president. If the Libertarian nominee for president polls at 15%, then the Libertarian candidate for president is going to be on the debate stage with Romney and Obama, and anything is possible if that happens. Yeah. Now, yesterday, PPP came out with a poll, and I was at 7% against Romney and Obama. And let me say, okay, I don't know if any third name wouldn't have polled at 7%. I think Mickey Mouse would have polled at 7%. But this is the opportunity. And if there's been any lesson that we've learned from the Republican primary, it's a whack-a-mole process that is about an 18-day cycle where 5 different Republican candidates rose to the top before they were whacked down. So I've been treading water right now for 2 years. I've been waiting for the wave, and the wave can come as late as the middle of October and catch that 18-day wave, and this is possible. And this is the change the world scenario. I also recognize that any one of you would, if given the opportunity, would be standing here right now doing what I'm doing. And that is being a spokesperson for liberty and freedom, the personal responsibility that goes along with that, the common sense notion that if we don't have a country, then none of this is worthwhile. So I really hope to be the nominee. I'm not taking any of this for granted. I think there's terrific candidates running for president, and I'm honored to be a part of terrific candidates that are. And Lee said it best. It's not a debate. It's a job interview. And like I say, thank you to all of you. Thank you to all of you for your activism. I mean, when I'm not going to say anything that you don't recognize already, but 40 years of being a libertarian, you know, credit the Libertarian Party for the awareness right now that exists in the country to legalize marijuana. That's the Libertarian Party that's done that. And December, when Gallup comes out with a poll and says 50% of Americans support this, who's ultimately responsible for that 50%? Who's ultimately responsible for people talking about this issue? It's the Libertarian Party. So time has come, and I also want to let you know that for me, first of all, this is coming out of the closet, and it really feels good, okay? And secondly, this is, for me, this is a permanent change. This is a change that I hope to be the Libertarian nominee, and I would hope to continue to be the spokesperson for the Libertarian Party. So if there is an investment on your part, I want you to know there's going to be an investment on mine. And anyway, thank you. Thank you for the opportunity to Thank you, Gary. Thank you to all the